cracking.
Welcome back, everybody, to our last game of the day, at least from Studio, what we class as Studio 2 here, as we have actually 7 in the office. Not that we're bragging, it's just it's nice to have 7 studios. Okay, that's a brag, Alright, Team Empire versus Power Rangers. We are going into game number 2 of this 2-game series, and Team Empire are 1 victory away from taking number 1 position. They will still have 3 more sets of games to play out, however, but right now they are looking in a very, very comfortable position. And I was having a bit of a chat to Resolution in the break. I'm like, yo, Res, like, momentum lineup, it's wonderful. Like, you're getting such momentum behind you. It's like, yeah, game number 1, like, we gave Power Rangers respect. Game number 2, we do whatever the hell we want to now. So they're feeling very, very confident coming here into game number 2. But they've still got to be really careful with this. Like, you got a Void, you got a Skywrath Mage, 2 great heroes up against the Brewmaster pickup. And then you got a Wisp for the extra buff up. Now, whenever Team Empire run the Wisp, you instantly have to ban that guy, the Gyrocopter. Oh, man. You saw how much damage Silent was capable of dealing out when he had the Ancient Apparition buffing him up. Not to mention when you also have, like, the bonus Howl damage. But when you just add a simple Wisp tether into the Gyrocopter, you obliterate your opponents. And with a VS as well as an Ancient Apparition on the field, these kids are not going to be happy. Like, sometimes it takes some time to get your flat cannon shots out. With the way the Wisp works with the overcharge, the flat cannon charges all come out within the space of just a few seconds, if even that. And Gyrocopter, he loves that kind of burst kind of damage. And it works beautifully with the Faceless Void. So 2 big teamfight controllers. And the Skywrath Mage already comes with an inbuilt controller on the Brewmaster, which is the Ancient Seal. While Power Rangers, they get a lot of good ganking potential. The Wisp and the Skywrath Mage are very, very vulnerable to the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Ancient Apparition. So they have to be careful about the positioning, Team Empire, with the 2 supports. While Power Rangers have to be very, very clever with their positioning. Move, rotate around the map, and just catch people out of position. That's got to be the goal right now. A lot of smoke's probably going to be burnt by Power Rangers, and they'll make space for heroes like the Brewmaster in that middle lane matchup, which we also still don't know who's going to be there. The Gyro as well as the Wisp, normally when Team Empire do this, they either run aggro tri-lane, or they just keep with the safe lane. Like, there's very little risk involved when they run this, like, Gyro plus Wisp combination. As far as the Faceless Void goes, I'll assume he'll be off lane and be played by Mag. Which means we just have 1 last hero to be picked up by Resolution. And Power Rangers, they've already got the Brewmaster pickup. So this could also be their off lane if they so desire. It could also be the mid lane solo. But you kind of want to know what Team Empire's got before you decide that. So this last hero pickup should be the core. Like, it shouldn't be the off lane because they want to have the option of just like pushing the Brewmaster to the off lane. If possible, if you're having some problems with the matchup. So if you can get the Void up against the Brewmaster one-on-one, you're good to go. But they actually go down the other road here. They'll pick up the Batrider, so they deny the Initiator to Team Empire. But at the same time, you've still got, well, you got the Void. The Void could be the off-laner. Unless Power Rangers are considering that's going to be a Gyro-Wisp combo in the middle lane, the other option is, too, you could actually have a Wisp and Skywrath Mage together. Pick up a secondary support hero and run that Skywrath Mage in the hands of Resolution. Will zone anybody out of that middle lane. I'm just a big fan of it ever since Dendy and FNG ran the combination. But I don't know if Team Empire are really going to play around with that. So, Nature's Prophet, well, he was the last man out by Team Empire. Also took out the Viper, the Tinker, the Razor. Very standard bans across the board. And as far as Power Rangers goes, they actually did remove out the Enigma, as well as the Mirana. So they'll worry the Team Empire can just sit back and farm. So the Raid King. Yep, that would have been Power Rangers. Nice little, easy way to go on aggro tri-lane. The Wraith King is the core, the VS and the AA supporting. Brewmaster mid, Batrider off lane. Or safe lane in this case. Will be a very, very powerful lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm just missing the control on the Void. It's not there. Like, the lasso is going to be part of it. But if you're lassoing the Void, the Gyro is moving freely.
Reserve time.
You also, if you're throwing the VS stun and the cold feet to the Faceless Void of the Gyrocopter, the Wisp and Skywrath Mage then move freely.
10 seconds remaining.
And the Brewmaster's probably like, well, I want to get myself a kill somewhere. I'll split myself up, and then all of a sudden he loses most of his little Brewlings because of the flat cannon.
Team Empire's turn to
So
pick.
the Magnus is the final ban out by Power Rangers. They're a little bit worried about a buffed up Gyro and Faceless Void. Probably more worried about that big initiation that the Mag will offer.
Puck.
And they go for Puck instead. So it's a different type of control.
Radiant
And a better
team
focus
pick.
control over the Brewmaster. Very difficult control for a Batrider to break free of. No way just to 4-star yourself free of that Dream Coil. And potentially if you jump in, there's quick reflexes from Resolution to get that Puck back into Invis. Now, I'm still going to flag the fact that could... Actually, no. We've already got too many cores. I was going to say you could potentially run the Gyro as a
10
support in the
seconds
hands of,
remaining.
like Solo or Always on a Fly. Like, that is
5
potential.
seconds remaining.
But I doubt it in this case. The Power Rangers know they're up against the Puck in the middle lane. There's a Void off lane
Reserve time.
or safe lane with the Gyro, Wisp, and Skywrath Mage also potentially into the other lanes. Oh, it's a Naga Siren. Not 100% certain why the pickup is coming from the Naga. Main reason why I'm not certain about it is because Gyro is really good at clearing off her illusions. And it is kind of only Gyro though. Skywrath Mage doesn't really want to battle up against a whole bunch of Nagas. The Sleep will be a great control to somehow win Power Rangers teamfight back, but you've also got two BKB heroes there from Team Empire. Both the Gyro and the Faceless Void are BKB-style heroes. And normally, like, the Naga Sleep won't help set up for anything else apart from maybe the Ice Blast. But the timing on that's going to be really, really good. Like, really, really good. Alright, so into the
10
game we go.
seconds remaining.
And Team Empire. I'm liking their
5
draft.
seconds
I really
remaining.
am. The only thing which I would see holes in it is if Power Rangers, again, it's another one of these momentum kind of lineups. Both Power Rangers and Empire, we expect the same thing out from these boys. They're looking to find kills all across the map if they can nail them down.
Prepare
Now, I
for
love this
battle.
Vengeful Spirit set. Just a very, very beautiful set. With the beautiful wings coming out the back. But it's also the way they changed her hair up. Like the original VS model, who ended up having like no hair, it was like the Lena original model. Had no hair walking around on top of her head. It was just like this flaming kind of thing. Like, if you guys have ever seen like Hercules and the way they did Hades' hair, it's like, there's my hair out, rah! Like, that kind of stuff is just really weird. Alright, so Mag and Solo. It's a, well, right now Solo's just tagging along. It will be Mag on the off lane as his Faceless Void. As, well, hello, frame drops. Volvo, please no. Resolution with the mid lane Solo Puck. Not going Bottle Rush, goes to the early Null Talisman. And then Silent up here on the safe lane. And Solo will move up towards the top lane to come and join him as well. Otherwise, when I fly, just a casual supporter. Hovering around, there's only one Observe Ward that will watch their movements, which is this little sucker right here. This will just be a stacking and farming kind of play for Team Empire. Nothing much more than that. Cheshire Cat, the off-lane Batrider. Shashlo will be the Brewmaster. And towards the mid, we just sick as the Vengeful Spirit.
The battle
Was
begins.
J4 the Ancient Apparition. And that leaves, last but not least, Moon taking up the role as Naga Siren. Currently wearing the blindfold. Her face cannot be revealed. The inscribed Great Helm of the Deep. Heroes revealed with dust, absolutely none. That's a really weird thing to have over on a Naga Siren. Because why would Naga Siren ever be the one carrying the dust? Heroes revealed with gem. Now that I can understand. That counter would go very, very high for a Naga Siren. Nice little control of the aggro here. The battle between it. Sashlo's trying to get just close enough that he can attack directly to Resolution and force the creep wave. Just onto the ramp like he has. And it keeps Resolution attacking uphill. That's his advantage. Obviously, it's melee versus range. You want to be able to use that high ground to your advantage. Oh, Mag. Not the easiest lane for him in the world. Already got Magic Missile once. Hoping for the Stout Shield to help him out a little bit more, but he's going to have to go backtrack as his second level once he gets the experience. I'm just Riptiding and Magic Missiling him down. While Resolution just tries to battle up against Ashlo. Man, that's going to be some good damage. He jumps up. Drunken Brawlers not getting any of the hits out. Or really the evasions either. So Resolution forces already the Brewmaster back. But his bottle has arrived with Little Miss Piggy. As he'll send it all the way back. And Resolution's still a little bit off having his bottle. But when Resolution's bottle will arrive, he'll also look for the 2-minute rune. Because it'll be roughly around that time. He just needs to get one last hit and the bottle will come out. And Cheshire Cat's probably going to do something about that. A little bit of a quick sticky napalm. Try and check out what's going on. And now we'll try and attempt to steal the pull. At the same time, he'll cop a decent amount of damage from the orb from Fly. And support's rotating in solo. With the Spirit Balls. Trying to force him back. Alright, so Resolution's ball taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. It's going to be an illusion rune down the bottom river. Now, Empire are aware of this because Solo came to check up the top rune. But at the same time, Resolution's going to have to actually bottle up straight away and then orb the creep wave back. While on bottom lane, Mag being severely dove. He's just holding his ground. It's very, very close. He knows when the magic missile comes or the cold feet, he's able to evade both. The magic missile flight time, with the animation time to use your time walk, it's a little close for comfort. So you have to preempt it a little bit. As now Resolution goes again. Shashlo. He's been slowed down too much, Resolution. The clap hits hard. And now Resolution's trying to back up. He doesn't have his bottle charges, and Shashlo, clap in 1 second, phase shift, it's not leveled. He's taking too much damage from the tower. Now he goes for the silence, Resolution!
What's this?
Shashlo wasn't confident in the radius of his clap. So he came in a little bit too deep, took too much damage from the tower. Solo, for some reason, gets himself killed by a neutral creep. Did he spend his money before that? His bottle there? Nope, 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 nope. Lost all of his extra money. Unless he bought his boost and just put it inside of his stash. The Resolution. Man. Commits heavily. The Skyrat's mage. Well, okay, what have we got? So, yeah, Wisp killed by the neutral creep. That's why it says 1-1 on the board. I don't know why it denies count. Volvo, please fix. And Solo's now with Boots, so he'll be moving freely across the map. And Batrider's already abandoned it. He knows that potentially a lot of ganking could come his way. He's also been really mindful, too, of the fact that Resolution, with that first blood in the middle lane, he gets a nice injection of money, but more importantly, he got a big injection of levels. So he's about to crack level 6 up against Shashlo, and he's using his level advantage to force the issue. Orbs himself away, will pick up the DD rune, and the issue will be forced even harder now. Especially on the top lane. Silence up to level 5. And he's with Solo behind him, or in front of him in this case. They can just force the issue even harder. Now Magic Missile will stun him up. He's got backtrack. He doesn't care. He's got a poor man's shield as well as backtrack. The chance of them having enough damage to kill him off is next to none right now. While top lane's being pushed out with the catapult, it doesn't take long to bring down the tower. Resolution, the Dream Core's gone. Silence as well. He's a little bit low on life, and this time around he doesn't evade it. He actually had Shashlo controlled inside of the Dream Coil. Mag's not looking too healthy either. Backtrack, can't get a single one. Riptide, still on cooldown. He'll salve up now and backtracks the damage, but still cancels the salve. And allows Moon to get the last hit off. I think it was pinging saying, please take the aggro for me. So Void and Puck both going down within the space of 1 minute. And Power Rangers push an advantage. Especially for the fact that was a Brewmaster solo kill. He used the Dream Call of Resolution too. Still can't believe he didn't put a single point up in a phase shift. Timing's a little bit more difficult to get right. But at the same time, being able to have that just to slip inside of so you can just joint yourself away to safety, that's nice. I also want to watch Moon. This little swish 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 thing he's doing. As he's waiting for the attack. Come on. Do it again, do it again, do it again. It's just that he's waiting for like the perfect last hit. But he's not doing it now because he's not going to find the perfect last hit. Not with Mad back in the lane. See, now he's doing it. For the damn denials. He didn't care about it while the enemy hero was away. Well, it's like Resolution's on his way down the bottom rune. He'll have to orb if he wants to beat the Brewmaster to it. And now you'll see him. So, yep. Orb, jaunt, silence, takes the Invis rune, triggers it straight away. Doesn't want to have to battle up against this. And Shashlo, not happy with this at all. He's a couple of bottle charges down right now. And I think actually Resolution's looking for a courier snipe. When the courier's flying down a bottle to the bottom lane, it's actually coming in from Moon. So Power Rangers are going to try and run 2 sets of bottles at the moment. Checking the stacks of the Batrider too, but Batrider nowhere to be found. While Silence as well as Solo farming up in the jungle. So a little bit of level 6. They're actually giving more farming experience over towards Always Wanna Fly right now. They need his Arcane Boost for 1. And for 2, they need his level 6. That Light Striker rate needs to be leveled up. Now Mag. Ouija 6 coming in again. Leaps away. Magic Missile will follow him. Time Walk unable to disjoint it. But Resolution being spotted out by the Observer Ward. And Batrider, Firefly, Resolution was looking for this. Never even saw it coming. He'll get one wave of terror that almost got the kill on him, but the Batrider Lasso holds him perfectly in position. And this puck, for all the first blood advantage he had, he's thrown it away. In fact, Mag died in the off-lane too, means the cause of Power Rangers looking really good. Especially that Naga Siren. But they're not looking as good as Silent right now. Silent going for his classic build. Ring of Aquila, and then going to go straight into that Yasha of his. Gives the Gyro such big teamfight potential early on. Does need to get to the BKB. But sees how it goes, and if he needs a BKB or feels like he needs a BKB, then he'll just build into it. Always Wanna Fly. Doesn't have level 6, but Solo's on the way over. Resolution as well. He'll have to Dream Call to buy some space for Solo, who now triggers the Regeneration Rune. So Resolution, Orbs up, Primal Split's gonna go, and Empire will back up. Especially Always Wanna Fly. Resolution, he might need to help out right now. Solo's considering actually a jump in. Ouija 6 also on the run in, and if you see the surround with the Brewlings, Always Wanna Fly a little bit locked in, but the VS gets snapped back by Resolution, and Shashlo's wasted most of the time with the Brewlings. The relocate did actually happen from Solo, pulling Always Wanna Fly back out to safety. They may as well go back together.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And there it is, back to the river. Well, Mag's being forced on this bottom lane. Wasn't really necessary to do the relocate save, but at the time Solo felt like his teammate was in a lot more jeopardy than what he really was.
Radiant's middle tower
and now this relocate game can't be used to kill off heroes like Naga Siren, for example. Mag just needs to jump in with the Chronosphere. And then just relocate him with a support hero. Don't actually bring a core. Bring Always Wanna Fly once he's got level 6. Because once you reach that point, you're able to seal up the Naga Sirens. There's no Naga Sleep to save you, and you drop the Mystic Flare. That's why Silent probably may not always be the best person to bring him. When it comes to big team fights, hell yes, you bring him in. So double Blink Daggers arriving for PR. Nice timing for them too. 9 minutes 30 seconds for both the Blink Daggers. They got purchased at the same time. There's Silence Yasha. Still farming up. His net worth is light years in front of everybody else at this point in the game. For 10 minutes in at 5.5k. Where the nearest is 4k on the Naga Siren. And then the Puck and the Brewmaster are neck and neck. But this will also be because they brought down that top tower. The experience overall is going the way of Power Rangers, while the gold's only around 1,500. But that VS has really been sacrificed. 0 for 1, at least he got 2 assists, but 4 for 5. Hoping to get that swap at some point of this game. It's going to be really useful to break that tether of the Wisp all the time. Maybe get those heroes out of peril as well. The Parkour going to Cheshire Cat perfectly. There's a lot of support coming in. Silent's going to look for a call-down opportunity. There is a blink away from the Brewmaster, as well as the fact he has the split available. Still be a little bit more careful about that. While Faceless Void looks like he's going to be a primary target. And Snap for the moment. He's holding on to the leap. Ice Blast will connect, and that's Mag's death. That last attack will bring him in shadow range. It's a nice combination coming out there from Power Rangers. And the offlane Void dies again. Second time now in this game. So advantage currently going the way of Power Rangers. Even though I'm still skeptical that teamfight can live up to the power the Gyrocopters can be pumping out. Because for all these kills which have been happening, none of them's on silent. This guy's already over 100 CS in 11 minutes. Because they have been like prepping the jungle for him. But this is the way Empire plays Silent's Gyrocopter. They give him as much farm as they possibly can, and then just let him kill the world. Now the Red Hoof Courier is bringing up just the Ogre Club for now. It's going to break the smoke. They can kill the crew if they want to, but they want silence. Solo, relocate, save. He's going to start this up really quickly right now, and maybe... No, he can't. Silent goes for the cooldown. He'll still die here. Not enough damage to get a revenge kill onto Cheshire Cat, so both Solo and Silent go down. While on bottom lane, Chrono's going to be triggered. There's your Mystic Flare. Don't have to relocate it in, we just go for the basic combination. So one core dies for another core. There's a little bit more of an impact kill coming out from Team Empire. Mainly because you're delaying the Radiance build over on this Naga Siren. And that really hurts. Where Silent, he already purchased it, he already used his money. He bought an Ogre Club. It still keeps him free to go for the S and Y build we saw him do in the last game. But it also allows him to go into the BKB build. So keeping his options very much open. Wispril. We're looking up with Silent. My bad for not actually hearing that. Don't know why she didn't come through on my speakers.
Top tower is under attack.
My earphones, I should say. So 7-4. An easy pickup on a Vengeful Spirit. That's hit and run action, and Silent goes back to his farming. Just keeping a very close eye on Mag. Going for that Mask of Madness build as always for most Faceless Voids. Especially the off-lane ones. They just need that bonus damage. So the Ancients now starting to be prepped up as well. Just one double stack for the moment. Like Silent actually tried to prep his own stack for a moment then in the jungle. But failed, so just takes the Alpha Wolf. Mag. Chrono's still on cooldown for 37 more seconds. And with this on cooldown, he doesn't really find the opportunity to gank on this bottom lane. But Cheshire Cats, on the other hand, really wants to go. The Ice Blast on the way. Had to hold him there for a little bit longer in Solo. No relocate out was going to save him then. They do TP in a lot of heroes to be part of this. Solo needed to take more damage before he could help out his teammate. He had 13 one charges available, but he had no health lost. So at that point, he couldn't just trigger the one charges and bring the Faceless Void back up again. He required himself to be damaged before that. Now, Resolution. Well, he'll find we just sick. Silence, Dream Call, relocate. And again, this Vengeful Spirit seems to be the beating bag of the Power Rangers lineup, of the Team Empire lineup.
Dire's middle tower
And Solo and Silent will head back.
Dire's structures are fortified.
He wants a matchup with Solo. Just Solo. Relocate in. Just by yourself, man. Don't bring no Silent. Silent is going to be building into that BKB, as we see now the Mithril Hammer inside of his stash. While Puck gets a little bit of a delayed Blink Dagger, but a Blink Dagger nonetheless after denying at the mid tower. Oh, Mystic Flare! Brewmaster is so low on life. The orb damage won't be enough to kill him off unless that's really high level. It's only level 2. They couldn't bait out the Brewmaster split, which I think was the primary thing. Well, Team Empire wanted to kill him first. Bait the split out second if they couldn't get the first objective. They end up not achieving either. So Team Empire just go back to the farming. They're keeping PR on their toes. They're getting a lot of space to farm. Faceless Void now up on the top lane. He's still walking around with a Chrono. Relocates off cooldown in 10 seconds time. And Team Empire will bring them together. Sol's already going to tether so they can run back to base. Mag is the man that's going to find the opening. He's the man with the Chrono. They're actually TPing extra players up to the top lane, so Resolution, as well as always when a fly arrive. And a 3-man smoke. And I'm pretty sure that's a guaranteed kill. Leap, Chrono. Always when the fly's in the way. Mystic Flare, going to go the seal just for good measure. And a relocate him from Solo. Okay, now that wasn't necessary. But Solo might want to consider actually severing the tether for the moment. Silent spamming out whatever he's got, but he's a full mana, full life, and okay, they're going to come down to bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower.
And they're really committing heavily to make sure every single kill goes their way. Because while all this is going on, when the Mask of Madness is done for Mag, which is now, they should also be looking towards Roshan. But they'll need towers, Team Empire, before they try and go in for that. So tier 1 towers on the mid and the bottom lane will be primary objective for Team Empire, while PR Initiation is their primary objective. Now, Resolution's the easiest one to catch off, but He saw the smoke break over on We Just Sick, even though the invis room was already picked up by the Bat Rider. Just seeing the Vengeful Spirit was enough to make him back up. And go a very long way around to that bottom lane. Cheshire Cat still wants to jump him. He's got Firefly available, but the second he uses it, like you see Solo's positioning, he's just far enough back. He's just capable of getting that relocate save out. Whoa, that's a very expensive courier if they lose that. That's actually worth the relocate to kill. Concussive shots are flying out, but they get the relic over on the Naga Siren now, but the fight's going to begin. Naga stops the fun. Silent still got himself the cooldown available, but Moon just wants the TP out. They don't want any bar of this whatsoever, while Mag, up on top lane, is getting cold feeded up for now. The relocate's on the way into. It's a little bit further, actually no, it's even further down. Cheshire Cat was the man to TP in. That relocate was smack bang on top of the Ancient Apparition. So Solo and Silent will head back down to the bottom lane. They'll push to the tier 1 tower down here. And it will not take them long.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
At the same time, Faceless Void. Looks like Blink Lasso with Riptide. Naga Sleep still on cooldown, and just a Wave of Terror with a Magic Missile. Could have been a little bit more than that, but judging by the mana pool expenditure, it was only a Wave of Terror as well as a Magic Missile. Well, Team Empire, they've already taken 1 tower. Silence just running in. Got himself in range. The Flat Cannon will also connect, and Solo. Wait! Whoa, whoa, whoa! BKB TP out by Silent now. No lasso available, and no extra bashes, but Solo just bailed on him. Didn't want to stick around at all. Didn't have a relocate available. Didn't have a BKB either to protect himself. So he made the right choice. In fact, both players made the right choice. That Radiant's finally done up on the Naga Siren. 18.5 minutes in. Really not a bad timing for Moon. There's still a primary concern I have about him finishing up enough items that he can tank up the damage which is coming out from the Gyrocopter. And again, we see Silent. He did prioritize the BKB. Relocate gank, they're coming in for J4. The cooldown's in the corner. He's got 1 charge, but it will not keep him alive. And Solo, the tether will remain 4 seconds. And Silent might be finding himself stranded here, but Solo into the tree line. Able to just stay alive. So they come back up again to the dire side jungle. As Resolution sees Cheshire Cat. Way! Dream Call a little off target, but he's got a double damage range, so he's got more than enough damage here, Resolution. And the last move from Bat Rider, when he silenced up, couldn't trigger it off. And then found himself just a little bit too far away from the puck anyway. So good movement, good gains coming up from Empire. And now they'll push the tier 1 tower in the middle lane while Resolution wants to go again. Silence already, he's got his orb damage available. He's not going to jaunt to this one. In fact, We Just Sick will just die in the corner. So another good rotation while Panda sealed up for the moment. If the AA Blast looks like it connected over on Silent. But always want to fly drop the Mystic Flare on top of his head. So Bottle Charge is only 1 of them left, and now they're coming again. Spirit Balls right across the face. He'll go into the split. Flight Cannon's already been used. While Storm Bruling will send up in towards the air the Gyrocopter, taking a very long time to come down. Solo just keeping his distance. Now Mag, he's on his way to help out. He's not all the way there yet. Silent triggers the BKB, and now the Chrono will go. And with the cold down damage, it's going to hit perfectly into the Brewmaster, especially with the orb from Resolution. A double kill from him. The Ice Blast will make sure the Mag will at least shatter out. And Naga is stopping the fun. Silent at the Rocket Barrage damage coming into him. But he just has to back up. At the same time, Concussive Shot, Blink, Orb. The Observer Ward was scattered it all out. He'll end the mega kill streak at the puck. But that's after he ends up dying, so the gold will come the way of the Naga Siren, but the experience will not. But now the full mech is done over on the Wisp, so stability is going to be even better for Team Empire.
Middle tower is under attack.
And their advantage is just so big, so big on this lineup. The fact you're going to face this Void actually contemplating the fact of picking up a BKB from his off-lane position. Like, Mag is very happy about that. And then you got Silent already with the SMY, the BKB, and now 2.2k gold. Potentially just going to go straight into a Monkey King bar here. He wants higher damage output anyway, so it will be a Demon Edge. It's just what he combines up with it. If it's a Daedalus, and fairly certain it doesn't have to be a Rapier in this game. It's too risky to have on the Gyro anyway. At least at this point of the game. Until he has that helm with the Dominator up and running, then Sun doesn't really have a lot to play around with. And the reason why I think you'll go straight to the Demon Edge is because with the Ice Blast, if it does connect, the helm with the Dominator won't do you as much use. And Solo's already there to keep you alive. So he's the primary goal right now. Solo, keep Silent up. Let him build into his damage dealing items and let him fight in the front lines. Now Blink Lasso, they're going to go over on Solo. Oh, they realize Solo's the main man. He's trying to get himself away to safety right now, but it's not going to work. Silent with the cold and a flag cannon. Resolution, he's caught Cheshire Cat out. Silent trying to battle from up on the ancient platform.
Tower is under attack.
That was just a little bit too much for him. And Resolution got the counter kill. So Batrider for a Wisp. Worthwhile trade for Team Empire. Especially when Void's able to do this. Jumps him. He's got Chrono available. He's just trying to outrun it at the moment. And then he'll come back into J4. Looking for a time lock. Will trigger the Chrono. And actually caught Always Want to Fly in the end of this one. Not the greatest thing for his own teammate to be caught there. And Always Want to Fly. Well, that Mystic Flare is well off target. The Mag will hit the deck. Leaps and TPs. The Earth Bruling Sun, the Wave of Terror will reveal it. But he can't get the stun off in time. So it goes back into his normal self. So Ancient Apparition for a Skywrath Mage was the trade up. Even though you were having a Faceless Void use his Chronosphere. And Nagasaren's going to start the split push. No Mana Stun to really make it effective. But Mirror Images will still do the job. With BTs as well as that Radiant Spurn. Needs some more life points. Solo Relocate going to cancel up in 1 second time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And goes all the way back to base.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So up on top lane, 2 heroes TPing in. Flight Cannon will mop up most of the creep wave, which means now they can deny the tier 1 tower. The Ice Blast is already coming up. They'll fly right over the top of Always Want to Fly, so he's just chilled a little bit. But they leave a good aggressive Observer Ward up on the top lane. So PL want to force the issue into the Empire jungle. It's going to take a lot to surprise them. A lot, aka being a smoke. They could come through other avenues. And PR's already watching him anyway. With their good aggressive Observer Ward sitting inside the Dire Side jungle. Watching the connector point. So they're knowing how many people are where. This also might give them an early warning system. As far as that relocate coming in from Solo. It's only going to be a few seconds, but it might just be enough. Resolution's trying to be as much of a nuisance to this Batrider as possible. He comes in for his camps, it's like wondering where the hell have they all gone. The AA is pinging out now. Resolution is visible because of the Firefly. Remember, he's still got the phase shift. And with Always Want to Fly around the corner, they don't really want to go for it. Now Resolution he does. Relocate, it's coming in as well. The flame, the Dream Call's already been triggered here. And Batrider, the Firefly, is going to wear off too. Brewmaster might have gone for the split, but look at the life of his Bruling Solo. He's got to tether himself away right now, but everyone's too close to him. But the relocate out will save him. He goes back towards the mid. The Brewmaster with 1 Bruling left. He's got a lot of life points, however, left on this big guy. But a time walk down will slow him up. The clap will happen, but he gets a time lock instantly. And now the Seal and Mystic Flare. The Brewmaster will just evaporate. And Team Empire will beat down this tier 2 tower. The fortification will slow him down. Try and buy space for Moon on this top lane. But the TP's already coming up here from Silent. Turns on the flat cannon. Gets rid of the illusions and denies up the tower while they take the bottom tower. The Faceless Void getting the last hit in that one. And that's the clearance power that comes up there from the Gyrocopter. Left a whole bunch of fresh illusions there and it still wasn't enough. And Naga will just have to use sleep defensively to get out. Doesn't know what Moon wanted to do, however. With the full Monkey King bar now being purchased over on Silent, Team Empire won't take long before they'll pop into the pit. Resolution just keeping tabs on Cheshire Cat. Now he's got that gem up and running. It's a lot more difficult for Team Empire to keep aggressive warding up on the up. So they're going to be a little bit more careful with their wall placements. Maybe start using the little crevices like up in this little corner here. Up on top of the cliff. Places which you can't check without cleaning up tree lines. While still giving at least some kind of vision. It's not the perfect vision, obviously a wide open area. It's a better place to get vision. And when it comes to this battle right now up against a gem, you gotta be a little bit more crafty with your warning. So full sight device for resolution, only 26 minutes in. Advantage stretching to around 13,000 net worth. About 16,000 on the experience of 17k. Resolution will be watching PR move over. You can see him. Orb, silence, dream call, relocate. We just sick. Oh, you poor sod. Silent takes the perfect double kill. The Brewmaster split will happen. But they just rock a barrage and they want the Earth Bruling down. The Fire Bruling down. Takes away the damage and the relocate out. Soul will have to come back down again. But they're actually in a really good position to catch up to this Earth Bruling. If they can bring him down fast enough, Soul are going to get stunned up. Need a little bit more damage. They don't have it. But they do have that Hex. Void jumps in. 3 heroes lost for Power Rangers. Team Empire haven't really lost anything yet. They'll even take the tier 2 tower up on the top lane. And this game is getting further and further out of control for Power Rangers. And it looks like Team Empire are looking to secure themselves the #1 position for the D2CL, a straight trip to DreamHack Bucharest. Well, I'll be casting a live on the main stage. So if you're going to be in Bucharest, come over and say hi. Wow, hoy! That silence was quick. Both the Rift as well as the Seal. The Mad Rider will buy back in. He hasn't used his lasso just yet. Resolution trying to be healed up here by Solo, who does trigger the mech charge, and they caught Moon out. The Naga Siren locked inside of a cooldown as well as Chronosphere, giving Always Wanna Fly a triple kill as the Skywrath Mage. And they're just looking at Cheshire Cat, chilling and watching. Silence got his flat cannon off cooldown in 2 seconds time, and in comes Cheshire Cat. This time he'll get the pull, but concussive shot and a relocate out to save. Gonna let Silent as well as Solo heal up back inside the base. They will be coming back. Resolution. He'll drop for the moment. But it's gonna be a full life hero coming back in again. That's Silent. Turns to the flat cannon. Doesn't have a cooldown, but the Rocket Barrage is gonna do some work. While Mag has the BKB. They'll be controlled for the moment. The tether away, just trying to keep Always Wanna Fly alive and also keep that Brewmaster away. Solo's actually body blocking him up, giving some time for the Meg Charge to come back off cooldown again. Well, Cheshire Cat searching for some level of opening, but he cannot get it. And now Mag, time lock, he got it. VS will go down, the top ranks is gone. And this really is GG. They've lost so much right now, Power Rangers. No matter how hard they try and repel this, they've still used 2 buybacks on 2 cores. And their cores also, which just... they can't keep up with this level of damage coming out from Team Empire. He just tether himself away to a TP. Lol. Nice way out, at least. But that's a full 4-staff now, folded up for Always Wanna Fly. They'll buy the Observer Wards for Solo to take. Wait, did he get the bottle over too? Okay. Gives Resolution the bottle back. They're just trading bottles. Up and down. So Resolution has one, there's just another one sitting back at base. And he actually dropped the Urn of Shadows. Oh, he's picking up the Yule Scepter, that's why. And a full Lincoln Sphere in for Silent too. And they can't kill the Gyro. They can't control the Gyro. That's the bigger thing right now. You're trying to initiate on him, and he's got a BKB with still 6 seconds duration, as well as having a Lincoln Sphere for protection, 2.2k life points, and dishing out over 300 damage a pop. I don't know if PR can really repel that. Mag's even finishing up his Maelstrom. Moon's trying to work on the split push, but until he's got the Mana Cell up and running, it's really ineffective just using your mirror images. And even if he does manage to get to the high ground, he's still battling up against the supersized me creeps at the moment on the top lane. Not to mention, Silent can mop up his entire army in the space of half a second. Now, they've been hit by the Ice Blast, but Silent wants to finish this job right now. He's got cooldown, he's got BKB, and Mag's got Chrono. Cheshire Cat's going to jump in, though. Having a crack at Mag. Always Wanna Fly, going to try and keep up. Mystic Flare's not going to be popped. Mag will, however, be on the sidelines. Short of buyback by 32 gold. And Roshan's still not dead. Shashlo going to jump himself in. Silent up on the high ground. He's already used his, well, there goes your Lincoln Sphere. But a big silence. Resolution with the Mystic Flare. The Brewmaster's out. The flat cannon damage started off from Silent. He was actually attacking Moon, who stopped the movement of the rest of Team Empire with the sleep. There's a chase coming up from Resolution, and there it is from Cheshire Cat. GG, well played. This game was over a while ago. A Team Empire will take it out 2-0. And we just 6 saved by the bell. So that's it for the D2CL tonight. We're back with more action tomorrow night for the D2CL. Fnatic will be going up against Power Rangers and Team Empire. Oh, sorry, that's actually on Wednesday night. We're having Na'Vi versus Team Tinker as our first game tomorrow night at 18 CEST. And then Cloud9 up against virtus.pro. That'll be your 2 series coming out tomorrow night. Of course, you can also tune in to Join Dota Red. I don't know if Cap is finished, but Na'Vi is currently playing up against Fnatic right now. And tomorrow morning, we have the Cena Cup and the ESL matches. So Cena Cup will have their early bracket matchup. Well, I'll be doing the ESL 1 New York qualifiers, and that is going to be for China. So I'll be having our semi-finals for those matches. 2 best of 3 starting at 7 CEST in the morning. So I'd love your company then, and then we'll go directly into the Cena Cup, which is going to be VG Gaming playing their matches up, I believe, up against LGD or Invictus, up against LGD, I think it is. So that'll be one hell of a matchup. So definitely stay tuned for those games. You'll find them all over on Join Dota Red, and of course you can find all the details from our live streams over on joindota.com and the VODs for all of our stuff here on our Dailymotion platform of just the Join Dota channel. We also upload everything we do across all events over on youtube.com/joindota. So hopefully you enjoy the broadcast, and I'll see you guys next time. Have yourself a rest, grab yourself a sleep, and I'll see you all back on the live stream in 9 hours time. 9 hours time until we're live again. See you then.